Alright, let's do this. Oops. Wave landing? Oh, I'm throwing.
Oh.
You actually almost got that grab. That would have been wild. That never works online.
Yeah, that like oh,
That literally never ever works. I never get 2 frames online. I don't even try. That's like the first time in like 2 years. Not even kidding. Oh, I actually got that grab. Okay. Jeez. Alright, good catch. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, he's out here. Oh, okay. Don't mind it. Oh, he's wild. Could have killed me. Actually, maybe not. He could have got a back air, though. Okay. I'm dead. Oh, that's gotta be an up smash. Or maybe not. You could have gone for up smash. Probably wouldn't have killed, but you could have done that. Or you could have gone for like just a grab.
like normally you did the up smash and I was just on platform, did a neutral, got up. I would have like did a charge up smash, but I didn't think you would spot dodge. I guess I gave like you too much respect.
Oh yeah, that's I could say without a doubt. Not that you shouldn't respect what I can do, but don't over respect it and think, oh, I'm always gonna do the right thing, right? Sometimes it's literally just a misinput, let alone the wrong decision, right?
Yeah.
That's a good catch. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I probably caught the DI there too. Yeah, that's just like a small thing. It's very hard to not want to jump around and stuff and keep your hands warm, stuff like that. Bro, I do it all the time. Like I'll jump to both the platforms and wave land on them, or I'll do like up airs and stuff like that. And it's like sometimes it actually gets you killed because like let's say you're trying to air dodge to a platform, and as you do it, you put yourself in lag. They come down with like a back air off the platform and just catch you or something. It's like, all right, I guess so. But sometimes you just do it to yourself. It's all good though. Alright. So the thing I think we should work on now is our approach options a little bit more.
Alright.
So one of the things that's happening right now, and I kind of want you to figure it out a little bit on your own, but I want to give you some instructions of what things you could try. Because the main thing that's happening right now is I'm approaching you a lot, right? And when I'm not approaching you, we kind of have a stalemate, and that's totally fine. And eventually you will approach, and it's getting you reversed quite a bit. And one of the main things that's happening that's getting you reversed is you're jumping in with fair. Okay? So jumping in with fair, I personally don't like it at all. Some people do it all the time. I'll even say that Tilde does do it a lot, so it can work. But as an approach tool, I feel like it's not good because if you happen to trade, you do like 1.4%. And
they do 4%.
Yeah, if they do like, let's say if I go for back air and you go for fair, if I go for down air and you go for fair, even if you get like weak hit down air and I do like 6, you still only did 1% to me, right? Also, fair is really only good as an approach tool if you're catching a jump. so you can get like a drag down. If you just go ahead and hit me with fair, it doesn't combo into anything, right? Like a rising fair, I mean,
Yeah.
or even landing fair. So what I'd rather see you do when you're approaching me, just try and get as close as you can so you get to that forward tilt or down tilt range, and then start threatening with them so that you can do one of two things. All right, so we're not going to fight just yet, but come to like the edge of the circle, right? Edge of like this inner circle, right? Yeah, like right there, basically. So if you can get to this point, right? So if you're like this distance away from someone, this is about as close as you want to be more often than not. This is, I would say this is very close to somebody. If you're fighting this close, you can stay this close, you're probably going to win, honestly. But when you're approaching someone, approaching doesn't necessarily mean hitting, right? I can approach you without actually grabbing you or dash attacking or going for side B. Now, those are tools to use if you have approached or when you want to approach. But once, like as far as the actual act of approaching you, this is approaching. That's it. Just getting close. Right? So once I'm close enough to potentially hit you with rising fair, side B, dash attack, down tilt, F smash, dash grab, like reflector, all these different things, this is where, in my head, my opponent is not going to react to the fact that I'm close to them, not the fact that I'm going to do something specific. Right? So that fact that I'm right here, you might try and hit me, you might try and shield, you might spot dodge, you might jump away. I don't know what you're going to do. But if you're this close, or if I'm this close to you, it makes it way harder for you to know what I'm going to do, right? So if I go for a forward tilt or I go for a down tilt, you might be in shield, right? And if I ever get to this range again, let's say we're fighting over here, whatever, and I get close enough to you that I could potentially go for a down tilt, and let's say I'm not even hitting you, but if you shield it, I'll hit your shield. If you stay in shield, I can go for a grab, right? If you jump, then I can fair, right? I can catch your jump with my fair in that situation. But the approaching part, I'm not going to go to here and then jump in with a fair like that, right? Because you're kind of trying to skip a step in that regard. If I'm just going to go right here, for example, and throw out my attacks and not actually hit you, but I am going to hit your shield, as soon as I see what you'd like to do out of shield, whether, like, let's say if I go like this and then you jump out of shield, I can go like this, right? Or I can try and dash away. A couple times, too, I've been down tilted when you fared and you jumped over top of me as well, right? So in this situation here, if I can hit your shield and, let's say, get you to jump out of shield or whatever it is, even if that exact interaction doesn't net me anything as far as damage, if I can get you to jump, you might lose your jump, as far as you might go like this and jump away from me like that. You might air dodge to a platform, you might roll away, you're going to give up stage, you're going to do something. So if by me approaching you, even if I'm not hitting you, I'm getting you to go somewhere that you don't really want to go, but you'd rather go to that spot instead of getting hit, right? So that's what you want to try and do to me. Right, so instead of saying, okay, I'm this close to him, I'm just going to jump in and go like this, or I'm going to come in with like a landing nair or something like that. Although I'll admit, it looks like that's what's happening, even when I'm doing it. Like I just kind of run in and go like this, right? But it's not really that. It's more so that you dashed away first. And when you dash away, super strong chance you're going to dash back in. So I'm catching your dash back in, right? But you had me in the corner over here in the last game. And I just kind of stood here. And eventually, you took your time, and then you kind of just lunged, went for a fair. And the reason why I don't like fair is because it does have a lot of landing lag. It basically loses every single trade, right? It really only works as a lunging tool if I am not doing anything. And by that I mean I'm just jumping, or let's say I go for a grab and I completely miss, or I go for, I don't know, I'm walking towards you and I'm not prepared for your fair. If I jump in with like a late nair or something like that, by the time I go for my late nair, you're already in the air with a rising fair, so you'll hit me before I even push my nair, right? Before I even start my nair, so I'm getting hit by that. But realistically, it's a whiff punishing tool if you really want to just give it a blanket statement. But as far as approaching, you just want to get close to me. And if you have to jump back like this, you see me do something like this all the time. Or what I'll do with my fair is kind of like a bait, where I'll jump up to somebody and I'll jump back, and at the very last second I'll throw it out like that, right? And doing something like that, they can't react to the last two hits of it, for example, right? That can set up for like a tech chase situation and an off stage situation. I'd prefer to not do that, but if I'm going like this, let's say, jumping up to somebody and going for like this flip, whether or not you do the flip, it doesn't really matter. But let's say I do something like that, I jump towards you, then jump back. If someone tries to grab out of shield, they're going to miss when I jump, and I can either come down, right, and go for my grab if I want to, or I can come down with the fair and just hit them like that, right, to just kind of check them or put them in check for missing that grab. That's kind of like the only spot I really use fair. As far as just saying I'm going to just back and forth like this and then just jump in and try and catch them, I don't really I don't think you should be doing that. I don't really think anybody should be doing that. I'd much rather see you walk up with a down tilt, go for like a forward tilt, do your landing there, right? Do your tomahawk grabs, right? If you think your opponent is jumping a lot and you want to go for a fair to catch their jump and get a drag down, then sure, that's totally fine. But to just lunge at somebody and go like this because you want to, if it's going to give you an offstage situation, that's different. If it's going to just hit them and they're going to land on stage because they're at like 0% or like 30% or whatever, then I don't recommend it. If you hit them, it's fine, I guess, but the reversal potential for the opponent is just too high, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's more so an anti-air and edge guarding tool, and whereas I'm using it too much in neutral and stuff.
I'd rather just see you stay safe. As far as if you go like this and you hit me, it's like, okay, great. You did like, I don't know, 7, 10 damage if you get the entire thing. If you miss, I can get a grab, I can get an F smash, I can get a dash attack, I can get down tilt, I can get basically anything I want, right? I couldn't tell you the amount of times back in the day I was fighting this Ike player in a tournament, and he would just dash forward, then dash back, and every time he dashed forward, I'd fall for it. I jumped in with fair, and then he would just dash out of the way, forward tilt. It's like, damn. Against Ike's forward tilt, that's a big deal because that's a strong move, right? So he just dash back forward tilt, and I made him look so good because I was just being stupid, basically. And I didn't learn. I lost. I ended up losing that. That was a long time ago. But I remember it's like, okay, well, what did he do that was good? It's like all he did was whiff punish the fact that I approached with a move that is just takes too long to develop. And realistically, I had no plan when I tried to hit him. I just tried to hit him. That's it, right? So if I jump in and I hit him with fair, it's like, okay, cool. So you hit Ike with fair and it comboed into nothing. So now what? It's like maybe tech chase situation. If I hit him off stage, he's going to just jump side B. You can't really cover that with Falco, especially if you're like this high off the ground like this, because he has basically no landing leg. So he does that, turn on forward tilt, or he just spot dodges immediately or jabs immediately or whatever. So I was setting him up potentially to reverse me, even if I did hit him, right? So instead, I'd much rather see you come down close somebody, even if you did like a falling up air. And the reason why falling up air is better, I have a video coming out on this in the future. It's -5 on shield, and you can shield like actually when it's like it actually is true to what it says on its frame data. I'll say for sure, since you can't actually land a falling up air at the bottom of someone's shield, your timing and your spacing with it don't have to be that amazing, right? If you try and land a falling down air at the top of someone's shield, it is not -6 on shield. It's like -12.
Yeah.
Might even be worse than that in some cases. So
I have the training mod now, though, so I've actually like seen some of those things.
Yeah. So for falling down air or landing down air, if you land on someone's shield, like Cloud, for example, he can up B out of shield basically every single time. You have to do a frame perfect, as low to the ground, fast fall into shield down air as you possibly can to get away from his up B out of shield, right? And you only have 1 frame difference, right? He's frame 7 on shield, we're -6 on shield. But with Falco's up air, you can land at the top of the shield, midway down the shield. If somehow it doesn't even come out, but the sound effect comes out, that can be enough to get somebody to flinch or go for their option out of shield. So you don't even have to really hit them, and they'll panic or do something out of shield. Typically go for an up smash or an up B if they have it, or a nair. Since you can even get away from like frame 6 nair out of shield with a -5 up air, it's actually a really good tool to use. Like I said before, when you're going for an approach, you're trying to get a reaction out of your opponent, right? Approaching doesn't always mean I'm approaching with the intent to land a hit. I'm approaching with the intent to get an opening to get my opponent to do something stupid potentially, so that I can capitalize on that. He just did it. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. Trixx. Sad. Oh, I thought you were gonna jump right away. Nope. Oh god. I tried to do a ride back here too. Terrible DI. We won't talk about it. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's one for it, bro.
Untouchable.
You're doing substantially better right now, though. Whether or not you feel like you are, whether or not like you feel like your combo game has changed, is more so the fact that I'm not just running you over because you're doing stuff that's getting you caught. Right? Look right there. Even though you missed the fair, I didn't punch the fair, but you panicked into shield, and now this is happening, right? It's the smallest thing. Oh, what the hell?
Okay,
Oh.
I'm totally not getting hit by the last hit of fair. It's not me.